Hi James, hi, I'm Ezelle from The Upcoming. It's lovely to speak to you today. Congratulations on this new series. So what was it about this adaptation that Sarah Williams did from the original novel that made you want to climb on board and step into the role of Hamish?
I mean, I think there's two things. I think for me the really interesting thing, especially when I was seeing it, was the kind of polarised political views between the sisters, and how it's kind of almost an uncomfortable watch to a particular moment that happens, which obviously I probably can't say too much about. But I think that was kind of really, as an audience member, pulls you in. Hamish is just a fascinating, I think, similar to all of those bright young things, where on the outside he's gregarious and he's outlandish and he's a bit wild, and then on the probably in the inside there's other stuff going on. But it just I think it makes you realise that these people really existed. I mean, that's such a bizarre thing to say, but it sort of makes you it pulls you into, oh God, these guys actually lived, and it was probably a strange. They went through this kind of emotional turmoil, I think, as did all the bright young things. On the outside they were gregarious, outlandish, and on the inside they were probably found things a bit more difficult than they let on.
And how did you kind of research getting into that role? Did you do a bit of a deep dive? Because obviously, being a real character, there's quite a lot of information out there that you could sort of garner to pull into your character. Did you do that?
Yeah, I mean, I did as much reading as I could around the Mitfords, certainly. And then I did lots of research into Hamish. I just found everything I could about Hamish himself, and tried to bring that in as much as I possibly could.
And what was it like working with Cassie and her role as Nancy? Because I know you kind of start together. So What was that like on screen?
Well, she's great. She's fantastic. She's such a lovely, generous actor, and she's absolutely fantastic. And she's so kind of there and present with you when acting. So yeah, it's a really great experience. Fantastic. Yeah.
I mean, it's such a brilliant ensemble cast. I mean, obviously filming all together is such a big group. I mean, what was it like? With any moments on set that kind of stand out for you?
Any moments on set? Ooh, there's quite a few. I mean, I suppose the fact that we were outside his glorious house in Buckinghamshire, which was absolutely massive. And we were there was a pool, there was a huge table, there was a massive banquet. There was everything you could possibly want and desire. And then I think just being there with Joss is a remarkable director, and he just makes you feel so comfortable, and he absolutely he brought out the best in me, and and I think that's what his great ability as a director is. He just brings out the best. So I think for me it was probably around a big table near the beginning, quick sparring dialogue, and just making us feel very comfortable and involved. Yeah.
And obviously there's political extremism, but it's also very centred upon the family and their relations. What do you hope that people will take away from watching it?
Maybe this is going against what you're saying, but I mean, I suppose it's for me, it's the wider thing, and how it feeds into now is the polarisation. But I mean, it is how they have differing beliefs. I think. Yeah.
Thank you so much for speaking to me. Enjoy your evening. Thank you very much. Thank you.